So hello and welcome everyone. Can you hear me? Am I audible? So I welcome you in this session and I really want to thank you for being in this session, coming here, and I can see that your commitment for clearing this IAS examination is very high, because this is Sunday evening and you could have been doing something else. You could have been watching a movie, enjoying with family, or taking a nap, but you chose to be in this session. So it says something about you. It says that you have a deeper commitment with the goal of becoming IAS officer. So to start with, I would like to ask from you, how many of you have already appeared in the 2020 examination? So if you have appeared, please type in the chat box yes, or if you have not appeared, you are planning to appear for the first time in 2021, 2022, 23 or any other attempt, write the name of your attempt. Like if you are appearing for 2021, write 2021 or any other, right? So first, please take 1 minute and type in the chat box so that I can have this session according to your requirement, right? So time starts now and I am watching your responses. I'm looking into it. So I can see so many people have already appeared. Okay, keep typing. I'm getting your responses. 23, 24 के लोग भी हैं इसमें. Wonderful. So I can see all kind of responses, all kind of people available here. 21, 21, 21, 23, 24, 21. Okay, lot of people. Okay, Fayal, Rahul. Okay, already done. Okay, so many people are like freshers. Anyways, so what we are going to do in this session, let me tell you about that. And before that, let me share about myself. So my name is Rahul Kumar. By qualification, I'm a graduate of commerce and chartered accountant. I am one of the director and the faculty member at the diademy.com. And I have appeared 3 times in the IAS interview. I have teaching experience of over 7 years and I specialize in economy and the other subjects of the general studies. Now, what will be the coverage of this session? So in this session, we will cover subject-wise composition of the 2020 paper. Then we will see current versus static in the paper of 2020. Then we will see subject-wise observations in the paper of 2020. Then we will see what are the sources of questions of 2020 paper. And then we will also see quickly about CSAT, because CSAT is also one of the major component in the IAS examination. Now, commitment of this session is to give you a brief overview about prelims 2020 paper, the kind of trend and what UPSC demands, and after that give you some small strategy about how to prepare for the upcoming attempts. And I think you know about DIADEMY IAS. Let me tell you, DIADEMY IAS, the only purpose of DIADEMY IAS is to crown you with success. So that is our commitment. We have impacted so many people, approximately 30,000 plus students, and there are a lot of toppers from our previous batches. Now, first of all, what is the subject-wise trend of 2020? So, first of all, I always say in my sessions, please do not ignore any subject. And the trend analysis of the 2020 paper says very clearly that almost every area has got sufficient number of questions, right? If not equal, but sufficient number of questions. And this clearly indicates that we cannot ignore any single area and we have to play on our strength, right? And at the same time, we have to look into our weaknesses as well. So this is the overall categorization. You can see each subject is having more than at least 10% of the total strength. That says that we cannot ignore any topic. Now, some key observations about the 2020 paper. This has been one of the very lengthy paper, and this trend of lengthy paper is not new. If we see 2018 onwards, 2019, and this now 2020 also, the paper is very lengthy. What is the meaning of lengthy paper? That means in a single question they are asking so many small questions, multiple small questions. So it is not a single question, and therefore if there are total 100 questions, I can say they are actually asking somewhere around total 250 different concept, right? So in one question they're asking 3-4 concept also. That means you need better time management, and you need wider study. Number two, this paper clearly says shortcuts don't work. So any kind of short current affairs, any kind of manual last time preparation does not work. Only and only conceptual depth can help you, and that takes time. Then it also indicates that cheat codes don't work. So there have been various cheat codes the people have invented from time to time, like identifying the extreme statements, all of these or none of these or very huge. These are some of the extreme words, and aspirants as well as coaching institutes, they invented their own ways to indicate these cheat codes. But in this examination, these kind of cheat code did not work, because UPSC knows what is the trend in the coaching. So they always look into कि coaching वाले क्या पढ़ाते हैं, and accordingly they change the pattern quickly, right? So UPSC is very dynamic organization. Now some of the major highlights. Agriculture is one of the area which has been asked in its depth and breadth. Means we can see the questions in the history also, like Indigo Revolution, in the economy also, like MSP. We can see the question in environment also, like zero tillage agriculture or conservation agriculture. Then even in the geography, right, in science and tech, and then pure current affair. I mean, geography, this agriculture is such area where every kind of question has been asked, right? And there is no surprise, because there have been so much focus of the government in the budget also, starting from 2018. So in 2018, the government started a mission to reform the agriculture sector, and the previous 3 bills which have just been introduced 2-3 months ago, they are major reforms. So definitely UPSC also want you to know more about the agriculture sector. I will have a request, please do not open your video, because that distracts the other participants. Okay, so please maintain the decorum. Now, science and technology, this has been also one of the dominant area. Environment to hona hi hai, because this examination is also relevant for the forest. This is the common examination for the forest service also, and the forest service, the major focus is on the environment. So definitely the environment portion has to dominate, and it will dominate in the future also, right? So there cannot be any shortcut in the environment. You have to be very careful. Now coming to the current versus static. Sir, current zyada tha ya static zyada tha? So there are many divergent opinions, because one faculty or one institute says that this is the question of current affair, or one faculty says, okay, this is the question of static. But overall, if we see the micro analysis, 60% is the static portion, and 40% questions are either directly from the current affair or somewhat based on the current affair, because they have been in news, therefore they have been asked, right? So the myth that if you just prepare the current affair can be sufficient is a gone by day. वो अभी acceptable नहीं होगा. You have to focus on the static portion equally, right? So if we see in the static portion, the conceptual question came, means अगर आपने 4 बुक भी पढ़ी है मैटर नहीं करता, even if you have read 4 books, it does not matter. What matters is your conceptual clarity. You have to have the deeper understanding. In the current affairs, there are application based questions. For example, carbon nanotube example, this in the biotechnology they have been asking the questions based upon the application part. So you have to be very thorough and very in depth about the application part. Please don't open your video. I have request everyone, please, that distracts the other people. Okay, great. Thank you very much for the cooperation. Then question is based upon the conventional area also and based upon the current affair. You can see preamble question, fundamental right, DPSP, basic structure, union government. The political questions, they are, the topic are not foreign topic. कोई जो topic है वो कहीं बाहर से उठ के नहीं आ गए हैं. The topic are from the syllabus only, but they are now touching some constitutional dimensions or some very in-depth dimension. They are taking one dimension and they are tweaking the statement and then they are asking the question, right? So that is there. Then in the science and tech and environment, the questions are more conceptual and questions are application oriented. As I already told you, zero tillage question, blockchain question, social cost of carbon, and so on. So you can see here zero tillage question. So this is very conceptual question. You have to understand and read the statement very, very carefully, then only you can solve. Similarly, this question of social cost of carbon, this is something which is like not a direct question, but you need to understand this and then only you can solve this question. Then blockchain technology question. See, in the science and technology question, there are some cheat codes which worked this time. कुछ cheat code है जो काम भी आए. For example, in future technology based questions, there is always a saying that if you have all of above, then mark that all of above or 1 2 3 all that. तो अगर आपके पास में ऑप्शन है all of above का तो उसको मार्क कर दीजिए. ये हमेशा बोला जाता है फ्यूचर टेक्नोलॉजी वाले क्वेश्चंस में. सो दैट हैज बीन सक्सेसफुल इन दिस ईयर, राइट? सो कुछ चीट कोड्स काम आए हैं और सारे चीट कोड्स काम नहीं आए, लेकिन ठीक है. पॉलिटी के अंदर एज आई टोल्ड यू, interpretation based questions, preamble, DPSP, and so on. So you can see this preamble question. The question is very simple, seems to be very, very simple, but if you see, they have changed the single statement 4 times, that whether it is part of the constitution or not, or whether it has a legal effect or not. Say statement को उन्होंने 4 बार repeat किया है in a different form. So if you are not conceptually clear, you will be confused and most probably you will be marking a wrong option, right? Now next question is about similarly this part 4 of the constitution, the ठीक है, तो इसमें भी same चीज है. Then the question is about whether, like, which part declares ideal of the welfare state. Again, the question seems to be easy, but it's a conceptual question. Polity has been comparatively easy this time, right, as compared to the other subject. Then this question, Gandhian and Marxism, not a direct question, but you have to be very, very alert when you are reading the newspaper, because in the newspaper, in some editorials, these kind of things are coming, right? So one thing I want to tell, that if you have to read the standard books, there is no problem. Standard books तो पढ़नी ही पड़ेंगी, but at the same time, nowadays standard books are not sufficient. I will tell more about that very soon. Economy, conceptual questions came, and the questions like, for example, questions from the banking sector, those questions can be solved only and only if you have understood the concept in very depth. So NCERT or any book or any class, any coaching, only concept you must focus upon, nothing else. Okay, so you can see this question of inflation, CPI, WPI. This question was very, very simple question, was always in news because of so many reasons, but at the same time you need to be very, very careful when you are reading the statement number 3. Okay, in every statement they are asking some tricky thing. The question on gold tranche, this is very small topic in the external sector and in the banking sector, but sometimes we read the important concept but we ignore these small concept. but you should not ignore this, right? This question says that you have to understand everything very very clearly. You cannot ignore a very small topic also. जो छोटे से छोटा topic है उसको भी आपको पढ़ना होगा. FDI question, foreign direct question, is directly from the newspaper. Lot many times this concept has been in news, and no surprise that this question is the examination hall also. In the science and technology, static and current both has been covered, and in the ecology and environment, many a time elimination method has worked. Elimination method या जिसको हम बोलते हैं logical deduction method, that method actually worked many a time, right? So conceptual understanding plus logical deduction, both of them actually worked this time. On the surface, question was difficult, but if you eliminate the statement by statement, if you read the option, eliminate the option, and then it becomes very easy to solve the question. Now, about geography. In the geography, agriculture has been one of the major focus, and those things which are in news from the last 2 years, for example, PM Kisan Yojana, Fasal Bima Yojana, farmer agitation, so many things have been in news, and somehow the questions are coming from there only. In the map-based questions, the depth is increasing. Now you need to be more alert and more conscious when you are reading the books and the newspapers. Similarly, in the history part, the questions are slightly difficult this time. There are many questions where the source is not from the standard, right? So normally we read R.S. Sharma, spectrum, but still so many questions could not be solved, right? Now, what are the sources of static questions? So in the static question, number one source is NCERT. There are so many questions which can be solved if you are thorough with the NCERT. For example, the question on crop, question on Indian economy after 1991, or various questions on the history. For example, this question on the cotton crop, what are the conditions have been given in the paper, and they're asking which crop is suitable in these conditions. So this set of question you can solve from the NCERT. Then 1991, this question you can solve from 11th class NCERT plus current affair also. So NCERT you should not ignore, especially economy, history, geography. Please understand, economy, history, geography, you should not miss these 3 NCERTs. Now another set of questions is coming from the standard books. Standard books का सबको पता ही है, Shankar IAS, Spectrum, Lakshmikant, right? So you can see various questions like the question on the India's desert national park. This question can be solved from the Shankar IAS, or the question about the tiger reserve. Similarly, this can be solved. But at the same time, the standard books are not sufficient, because there are many questions which you cannot solve just from the standard books. So we have to be aware about that also. Similarly, for the polity, Lakshmikant ke, we can solve good questions like parliamentary proceedings, or the question about Rajya Sabha, about the preamble. But again, this book is not sufficient if we see overall. Overall, ये book sufficient नहीं है. So there are 2 key takeaways I take from the overall analysis, that standard books are essential. You cannot ignore them, but are not sufficient. So sir, you will say, do you want students to read more than 1 book? The answer is no. It is not that you have to read more than 1 book. What is required is, in the current affair only, you have to increase the depth and the understanding. आपको depth और understanding बढ़ानी होगी. You have to increase the interlinkages. For example, if there is a question about question hour, go and understand the question hour very very clearly from the Lakshmikant. And if you don't understand anything, go to the Google and find more about it from the government website. ठीक है? तो standard books को you have to supplement with the current affair plus the government websites, and out of which PIB, Press Information Bureau website, and the ministry websites are very very good. So please supplement the standard books with these sources. Then only you can solve maximum number of questions. And then you need to be grounded in the concept. If you are not able to understand any concept, please go and understand it from the video, watch the YouTube sessions, understand it from the friend, but don't leave it. Because before the exam, if you don't, even if you don't read it, multiple time. But if you have understood this concept well in depth, then you do not need to worry in the exam hall. Okay. Now coming to the questions of the current affairs. What are the sources of current affairs questions? So as usual, newspaper questions. काफी सारे questions आए हैं. We can see the question about elephant, international agreements, gold trench is also from the newspaper only, space missions, and most importantly, the Hindu newspaper you can read and you can supplement with the Indian Express. Read only one newspaper, and if you find something important from the second newspaper, read that from any synopsis or from any website. No need to read the complete newspaper yourself. So the question like this FRBM question, this was quite a news. You will find this everywhere. Then this question on now two key takeaways I want to tell you. This time the current affairs are not simply current affairs, they are conceptual current affairs. Means in the current affair compilations will not work. Compilations आपके काम नहीं करेंगे, short notes काम नहीं करेंगे, right? Don't do ritual नहीं करना है. You have to be very very serious. You have to understand that each and every concept that is there in the newspaper, you have to understand it very very carefully. You cannot take a shortcut. ठीक है, तो short notes काम नहीं करेंगे, compilation काम नहीं करेंगे. What will work is daily reading of the newspaper. I always say never skip that. आपने कोई भी प्रोग्राम ज्वाइन किया हुआ है, आपने कोई भी सोर्स आप फॉलो करते हो, but if you read the newspaper yourself, you will have a altogether new level of understanding. The period of coverage of the current affairs is now increasing. It is minimum 2 years, and I will say कि if you cover 30 month also, that is 2.5 years, that is also appropriate. But still 2 years आप मान के चलिए, जिसमें latest 12 month are to be done very very intensively, and past 12 month before that those can be taken somewhat lightly. लेकिन उसको ignore नहीं करना है. There are many questions. For example, in the international agreement, the question on Talona dialogue, that was in news in 2018, but it was never in news in 2019 or 20. So those people who were preparing for 2018, they did it right. ठीक है, तो last 12 month के current affair आपको intensively करने हैं, बहुत अच्छे से करने हैं, और उससे पहले वाले जो current affair है आपको वो you can read from the magazine or you can cover from the compilation, right? So you can see this Talona dialogue question. This was from the 2018 newspaper, right? Now this question on Indian elephant, this question is not a direct question, but elephant has been so much in news. One time you might have heard कि Kerala में there was one female tiger which was killed, right? So this question you can say female tiger के बारे में है, gestation के बारे में है, right? So this kind of question they are asking. So if you are reading any news, just try to understand, is this news somewhere else also in newspaper. After that Kerala incident, many times this elephant issue have been highlighted, and this is also one of the very important species in the environment. So this kind of question you cannot solve just by reading one news or one current affair, but you have to understand that there are certain themes and patterns which are repeated from month to month. If that is there, then you can read more about those type of themes. The second most important source is Press Information Bureau. All the government scheme, they will be coming on this platform, and this question like the question on national biofuel, they can be taken from this type of source. Economic survey is also very very important. I always say economic survey को ignore नहीं करना चाहिए. So the question like India's trade or CPI, WPI, if you have just read the economic survey, then also you can solve this type of question. So this type of question, trade and etc., you can solve from the economic survey knowledge. Now CSAT, the aptitude test, this is also very very important area, and I have seen almost 10% of my student, they did not clear just because of the blunder they have done in the CSAT. They did not take CSAT very very seriously. In the CSAT, people normally underestimate that, and this has been a killer for many aspirants. Please don't underestimate this. In the CSAT, what I will recommend is, in the last 3 months, you must focus on the CSAT very very carefully, and you should solve all the previous year question. identify your weak areas, take some classes or watch some video session, understand from your friend. Do not take it to be granted. Okay. Now there are some important tips I want to tell you from the prelims 2021. Number one, you have to understand that the questions from the direct current affairs, direct current event are not longer coming, because this is a UPSC civil service examination. This is not a clerical examination. So they're asking some theme, they're asking some concept, they're not asking about an event. Okay, then many static questions, they seem to be static question, but actually they are from the based upon the current affair. For example, uh, Rajya Sabha, this Rajya Sabha has been in news not directly but indirectly, because there have been so many ruling ordinances, right? And there are many other issues which are there, for example in the MSP, in the agriculture, which are asked in the examination because they have been in news for different reasons. Then number 3, you have to move from the event based study to the occurrence based study. The example I gave for the elephant. ठीक है, आप कोई थीम अगर बार बार रिपीट होती है तो उसको आप डेप्थ में जाके पढ़िए. Government schemes will always be important. You can solve the question about MSP, solar power, the fertilizer question from the government scheme only if you have read those schemes very carefully, right? So please read the portion which are frequently in news, don't ignore them. And now again I will say shortcuts don't work. ठीक है, shortcut आपके काम नहीं करेंगे. You have to be grounded in the concept. Again I will say the same thing. And then you have to practice lot of MCQs. I will recommend please minimum 7,000-8,000 and up to 12,000 MCQ you should practice from now till your exam time, because if you practice lot of questions, you will start elimination, you will start the logical deduction, and you will see what kind of mistake are there. So concept plus practice, these two things can take you to the mains exam hall, right? Don't underestimate CSAT को underestimate नहीं करना है. Mains based preparation also, I want to tell you this thing. There is a strategy which I always suggest. First, you should focus on the basic of the NCERT, basic NCERT पढ़िए, then prepare for the mains, and then go to the prelims preparation. Because if you are reading for the mains, there are lot many things which are automatically done, right? You don't need to read any other new book. ठीक है, आपकी स्टैंडर्ड बुक में सब कुछ कवर नहीं होता है, लेकिन if you go for the mains based preparation, there are many other books. For example, in the economy, you can read one book. For example, Ramesh Singh या कोई भी book जो आप पढ़ते हो, that book may not be sufficient. But if you do the preparation of GS3 and you analyze the syllabus of the GS paper 3, you write the questions on that, then you automatically cover so many other books. For example, Uma Kapila, Oxford Kaushik Marshall book, or there are some other books written by the other authors. अगर आप मेंस की प्रिपरेशन कर लोगे तो वो सब बुक्स आपकी ऑटोमेटिकली कवर हो जाएंगी. सो इनडायरेक्टली यू आर कवरिंग सो मेनी थिंग्स, राइट? Similarly, in the polity, you will be covering so many new concepts which may not be available in the standard books. So this mains based preparation actually helps in the prelims preparation, right? And last thing, don't be a seasonal aspirant. There are many people who will start the preparation just before the examination, 3-4 months before the examination. That will not help you. If you are preparing for a sufficient time at a in a right direction, then only you can clear this examination. Otherwise, it is very difficult. And last, Guru Gyan, everything matters. Please don't undermine anything. Any subject, any current affair, any CSAT, any MCQ, don't underestimate anything. Everything means everything. Okay, so I want to highlight what I mean by everything. First of all, you should have a timetable, and this timetable should be weekly basis पर आपको पता होना चाहिए कि what is your target in the next 1 week. Focus on the difficult subject first. If you are feeling difficulty in economy, first complete that, because that will take time and that will unnecessarily reduce your confidence. Then check your progress weekly. You should practice the previous year question and the mock MCQs. That then only you can understand the reality of your preparation. Otherwise, you will be in some kind of dilemma. Daily newspaper, there is no shortcut to this. आप कितना भी न्यूज एनालिसिस अटेंड कर लें, कुछ भी आप वेबसाइट पे पढ़ लें, लेकिन इसका कोई शॉर्टकट नहीं है. मेकिंग योर ओन शॉर्ट नोट्स, खुद से शॉर्ट नोट्स बनाने हैं आपको, ठीक है. अदर से जो शॉर्ट नोट्स है उस पर ज्यादा डिपेंड नहीं होना है, राइट. एंड डेली मिनिमम 5 hours ऑफ स्टडी throughout the year without any diversion. This is what is recommended from my side. Okay, now I want to tell you something about 5 invented ways which we have found for cracking the prelims 2021, right? So prelims 2021 ke liye we have brought some very powerful strategy. The team DIADEMY IAS has brought these 5 invented ways, and based upon the discussion which I did, I found, and I and my team, we found these 5 invented ways. Number 1, the live mentoring for expert guidance. This helps a lot because the examination says not only it is important to identify what is to be read, what is to be studied, also it is equally important to identify what is to be ignored. क्या नहीं पढ़ना है, right? So the experience of those mentors who have qualified the examination multiple times. I myself have qualified this prelims examination 5 times. So these kind of mentor can really help you. So live mentoring on a weekly basis, this is one thing that we have identified. You must have. You must practice minimum 8,000 MCQs, and these MCQs should be started from the NCERT, from the standard books, from the current affairs, previous year question, and so on. Then current affairs, you have to be very updated about the current affairs on a daily basis. Standard books and NCERTs, and then value addition. And we have combined these 5 tools. You can see weekly live sessions. We are combining this thing. Then prelims test of NCERT, previous year question, comprehensive mock test, subject wise, current affair, and CSAT test. Total 8,000 tests. So I'm telling you about the program that we have launched, the prelims power pack. I will tell you about it. Okay, so first feature was weekly mentoring. Second feature is the test, 8,000 questions from various sources. Current affairs, live sessions, 2 sessions a week. ठीक है, सिर्फ 2 sessions हम लोग cover करेंगे, and we will be giving you the detailed notes, and 2,000 plus MCQs will be covering from last 30 months. Okay, and the coverage of the session will be last 2 years of coverage, and these sessions will be taken by the relevant experts of the subject matter. Then short notes of the standard books and NCERTs and other books, and then we have the value addition tools like exam time synopsis, the yearly compilations, keywords, and so many other things which can help you at the revision stage. So we have combined them into a single package, and this is our team. We will all be coming together, and other faculties also will be coming together to tell you about and cover this course, right? So the name of the course is Prelims Power Pack 2021, and you can read more about this course on our website. So this is our website, diademy.com. Go to the course section, go to the prelims courses, and you will find it here. Okay, so let me tell you about this. So we are covering 5 important things which I told you, 5 invented ways. 5 invented ways. Live weekly mentoring, live sessions will be held on a weekly basis where we will be giving you the targets. We will be having the oral question answer discussion on the session itself. We will be resolving all your queries, and this will be a kind of family. जैसे family get together होती है ना weekly basis पर. So there is a commitment, there is a bonding, and everyone knows about other people, and all of them come together, have an emotional attachment. उस तरह का live session में हमारा environment होता है. हमारा मेंस के कोर्सेज चलते हैं, we have मेंस कोर्सेज where we have that kind of environment. So similar thing we are bringing for the prelims also, and in the past also I have been mentoring the students through various measures, but this time we have structured this in a much more powerful way. The MCQs will be completely exam oriented and all of them will be quite updated and conceptual and the current affair both. Current affairs session, as I told you, two years of coverage. Standard books will be covering through short notes and we will be giving you the targets and value addition tools. And this program starts on 18th of November. The first live session will be on the 18th of November and the price is 20,000 rupees. But for the starting 100 people, we are offering it at a huge discount of 75%. That means the price is just 5,000 rupees. So this is the early bird offer. You should take, if you take the admission by tomorrow, that is by 9th of November, this offer is applicable and only for the first 100 students. Only in 5,000 rupees, you will never get so much of things. And the validity of this program is till prelims 2021. That is next 8 month. 8 month में अगर आप इतना कुछ आपको मिल जाए, so आपकी जर्नी बहुत आसान हो सकती है. So this program I will recommend for two kind of people. Number one, those who are doing the self-study, and number two, those who are the multiple attempters, means those people who have given the multiple attempts but are not getting a clue. So this program will help you being regular. आप regular हो सकते हो. This program will help you get the current affairs updation and will help you practice a lot. Apart from this, anything else is not required for you if you are a multiple attempter. आपका रिदम बन जाएगा, आपको गाइडेंस मिल जाएगी, आपको करंट अफेयर हो जाएगा, आपको एमसीक्यू प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी और आपको रिवीजन हो जाएगा, आपको शॉर्ट नोट्स मिल जाएंगे. इसके अलावा आपको कुछ नहीं चाहिए. तो प्लीज ग्रैब दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. ओके, if you have any question, you can ask me here or you can drop an email. Our email ID is contact@diademy.com. So on the course page, this course will be live tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning you can see on the prelims course page and you can register from there. Okay, for the coupon code of this 75%, you have to email at this, then only you will be getting the discount. Otherwise, on the course page, the course value is 20,000 rupees. Okay. Now, if you are preparing for 2022, 23 or maybe 24, then I will recommend you NCERT Foundation course. This NCERT Foundation course is our innovation where we are covering so many things, because for the beginners, NCERT is the starting of journey. So we are covering the video online lectures on the important topics, all the NCERT synopsis, 1800 MCQs based test, to the point PDF notes and the short notes of all the standard books. And all of these, the price is 11,800 rupees, but we are offering 50% discount. So you get all of this at 5,900 rupees. The validity of this program is till 2022. That is almost 1.5 years. So this is how this program is structured and it can really help you build the foundation. If you are a complete beginner, you have never prepared and you are preparing for 2021 or 2022, then we have a complete program for the prelims. This complete program has all the component, 100% coverage of the prelims through classes and 100% coverage of the current affairs, subject wise notes you will be getting, doubt clearing sessions will be there, weekly test, exam oriented sessions, basic concept will be focused, and this is completely online program. All of the component are being covered here and this program is basically complete program. So if you are a fresher, then you should take this program. The cost of this program is 35,400 rupees and you get 50% discount if you register in the next 2 days. So the cost will be 17,200 rupees including 18% GST. And the validity of this program is till your exam 2021 or 2022. It will be covering 100% prelims, everything about prelims, NCERT, current affair, the basic books, the expert lectures, 8,000 MCQs, live mentoring, everything. Complete program. It is a complete program. All the subject will be covered in depth through the live sessions. The duration of the program is till your prelims examination, and total 400 plus hours of lectures will be there daily. In the morning you will have 2 hours of lecture and there will be weekly sessions for the live mentoring, right? So that's a complete program. Now, for the different people, we have different chronology. If you are preparing for 2021, then you should dedicate your NCERT for time for the NCERT in the next 2 months, standard books next 3 months, and then rest of the time for the revision and the MCQ practice. Current affairs you should cover from the June intensively, and from June 2019 from the books and magazines. Similarly, for the other people, we have different, target which you should go for, right? So this is how you can go for. Then we are giving various resources on our website, daily current affairs, MCQs, daily new answer writing, optional strategy, free revision compilations, UPSC previous year question. So if you go to the website, you will find everything. Our website is very, very student friendly, and a lot of resources are available on the website. So you go to the daily initiatives, you find daily current affair. In the daily current affair, we are giving 100% authentic and very in-depth conceptual coverage. As I told you, conceptual coverage is required for the prelims examination. So you will find here we are covering every concept in detail. For example, action plan for vulture conservation. You will find all the relevant thing we have covered in single concept, right? Everything means everything. Then ban on firecrackers. We are covering The Hindu, Indian Express, Live Mint, and PIB. 4 sources we are covering: Do newspaper, Live Mint, and the PIB, right? So that's how we are going for the current affair, daily current affair. Then daily MCQs and daily answer writing you can find here. In the free resources, you can see GS articles. Free download section is also one of the highly visited section, where you find the current affairs of the mains. Then you find the GS1, GS2, and other materials. You find economic survey, budget, science and technology compilations, and so many other things. And you can go and read our toppers strategy. You can see the videos of the toppers, and you can get to know more about our courses. Go to the prelims courses, and you have all these courses available here. Okay, so with this I complete this session of from my side. If you have any question, please ask me, so that I can help you out, I can clarify your queries. Okay, so feel free to ask any type of question in the chat box, and once that is done, then I will allow you to speak out, and you can ask the question in the mic also. Okay, so now let me read the chat. Please start asking the question. Okay, whatever question you have, please ask the question, so that I can answer it. Welcome Aswin, Chandrakant, Dhyaneshwar, Shekhar. Please ask the question in the chat box if you have question. So I can see so many people for 2022, 2023. For you people, I will recommend please start reading the NCERT. And on the NCERT, we have so many things for our students. You can see on our website, we have, if you go to free resources, you click here, books download, NCERT download. You can download all these NCERTs. Okay. Similarly, you can go to our YouTube channel, and on the YouTube channel we have various videos on NCERT. For example, how to read NCERT. I have already taken one session on how to read NCERT 1 week ago, so you can see this session. Similarly, you can see other sessions on webinars, how to cover current affairs, and various other sessions we keep taking: essay strategy, ethics strategy, then economy, what should be done, current affairs. I will recommend please go through this. I have discussed everything about current affair, how to cover current affair and everything. Okay, you must attend this without any failure. Okay, so please ask me any question you have. This session is for you only. Vasudha, sir, I am having confusion related to subject selection. I am unable to understand this. Okay, you are asking about the optional paper, Vasudha. So please tell your qualification and which all subjects you are considering, then I can suggest you. Prasanna Pandey, how to get discount for 25% prelims power pack, 75% prelims power pack. So Prasanna, please drop an email. Our email ID is contact@diademy.com and we will send you the coupon code. Okay. So contact@diademy.com. We will send you a coupon code. Okay. Okay, sir, courses available in Hindi medium? No, we have the courses in the English medium only. Sir, will this plan work for the last attempt candidate, Jyoti? Absolutely. If you are a last attempt candidate, then definitely this prelims power pack is must go for. Okay. Aswin, at present, I am a degree third year BTech student. How can I take the time management effectively, or I need to complete the degree and then prepare for UPSC? Aswin, you can start preparing for UPSC as of now only. Okay. Don't delay. Start with the NCRT. And we have taken various sections. You can go to our YouTube channel and you can see the approach here. Simplified approach to clear the IAS 2021. I have discussed everything here. What should be the approach, how to start with, what should be the timetable, everything I have discussed over here. Okay. So I'm just sharing with you the link of our YouTube channel. Everyone, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will find so many good videos and good webinars coming up over there. So I have just shared this. You can click and you can find it. Okay. And we have our Telegram channel also. You can also get the benefit from there. Telegram channel pe hum log we keep updating them so many things. Okay. So on the Telegram, you search, go to the Telegram and you search @DIADEMY IAS and you will find our Telegram channel. Okay. Sir, how to sort out great philosophers for ethics group? Shashwati, for ethics, we have a separate strategy session. Okay. So you go to our YouTube channel and here you will have this ethics strategy. This is taken by another faculty and I will suggest please go through this video and you will find so many things here. Okay. Iktafullah Farsana, I am doing self-study because there is no institute here in my native. I am spending more time for preparation. I want to crack civils in the first attempt. Some tips for the self-study aspirant. So please go through our YouTube channel. You will find so many good things here. Okay. So as I told you on the YouTube, we have so many strategy sessions about essay writing, about ethics, about current affairs preparation, about economy, and we have topper session. You can learn from them also. We have 2021 strategy, NCRT sessions, essay session, mains preparation. So many things are available already on our YouTube channel. You can go through and precisely you can follow them. And if you are doing self-study, the program which I shared, Prelims Power Pack, that is a must-do program because we are covering to the point things and most important things over there. Vasudha, okay, you are an undergraduate student and you are pursuing English history. So you can go for Vasudha, you can go for this program, this course, basically history, or you can go for English literature, sociology, political science, go for any humanity and just identify which area you feel interest in. किसमें आपका interest आता है उसको आप लीजिए और उसको previous year question देखिए, syllabus देखिए. After that decide which is more comfortable and then go about it. Okay, don't waste much of the time. Anyways, we will be taking one more session on the selection of optional and then I can clarify more things about the selection of optional. Okay, so आपको देखना है स्कोरिंग होना चाहिए आपका सब्जेक्ट और आपका स्टडी मटेरियल आपके अवेलेबल होना चाहिए. ओके, if those things are available, choose without thinking much about it. Okay. Bhavna Kumawat, which course is for the prelims cum mains? Okay, sure. So which attempt are you appearing in, Bhavna? For the prelims and prelims cum mains, we have a complete program. So if you go to our website diademy.com courses, all courses. This is the first the complete courses prelims ka mains course. You click over here and you find the sample PDF, sample MCQ, sample lectures, everything, right? And you can see all the features available here. So this is a complete program where we are covering all of the things prelims cum mains. Okay. So Bhavana, which attempt are you preparing for, Bhavana? 2021 or 2022? Accordingly, I can suggest you. And this program is like covering everything. You can see it is covering about live interactive sessions, basic concept, prelims and mains both, and current affairs, and then value addition tools, complete study material, weekly test. Then we have the personal attention, and we are completely covering the current mains also. Mains is our specialty. In the mains, we are covering 900 plus topics, ethics, essay, everything. Means you will find everything. Okay. Okay, Bhavana. So I recommend you this course. You must go through, because if you are want to prepare for the 2021 mains, you must go through, because I have already told you that mains based preparation is required, because the gap between prelims and mains 2021 is very, very small. So you can do mains preparation of GS in the next 3 months. Okay. The cost of this program is 59,000, but we are offering 25% discount as of now, right? And you can avail installment also, up to 6 installment you can avail. So the cost will be around maybe 6,000 approximately per month. So that is how you can go about, and the complete program is valid up to 1 year. Okay. So this is a very simple program you can go about. Okay. Any other question by anyone? So should I unmute and you can ask your questions? Okay, so now I have allowed to unmute you. You can unmute yourself and you can ask the question if you have any question. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. Because many times we are not able to ask the question in the chat box. So I'm allowed you to unmute yourself and ask the question. Please, if you don't have any question, please write no so that we can complete the session. Thank you very much for coming. I hope the session was worthy. We will upload the PPT of this session on the website. So on the website, free resources, in the free resources, you go to free download, and here we will upload. You can see here webinar PPTs. So in the webinar PPTs, this Margdarshan webinar PPTs, we will be uploading this. We are also coming up with more sessions on how to make notes, how to prepare GS paper 2, how to prepare GS paper 3, how to prepare the mains current affair. All of them sessions we are coming up. So every week we have minimum 1 webinar. I invite you to take advantage of that, and you can actually take complete advantage of that. Okay. What's the criteria accordingly in both prelims and mains? Vasudha, you can take complete information about that from the past webinars which are there. Okay. Then only you can come to know more about it. I cannot explain it completely here. Okay. So go and watch our previous sessions. You will find so much information about this there. Okay. Okay. So thank you everyone, and God bless you. Enjoy the preparation. Don't take shortcut. Be regular in your preparation. Keep attending the webinars, and God bless you. Thank you very much. Good night.